Hello, this is a new type of format of video where I look into Bible stuff. Feel free to click away. The Tower of Babel. Actually, this isn't the best room to be talking in. Give me a second. Yes. The closet. Perfect. Now less likely people will be bothered if I talk. Never mind me. The Tower of Babel was apparently destroyed by the god, capital G. And the question on no one's mind as they hear about this story is, why? I'm sorry. First of all, people decided to make a tower. They of course have the same stone and whatever else they've been using to make the pyramids, and they wanted to make a tower that would go all the way to the heavens. According to the story, God just said no, and the whole thing was like fucked, and all came down. And the people were scattered with different languages, as they tend to do. But you have to ask yourself, why would God give a fuck about a tower? Let's be real. The best that you can make is a mountain. And the best mountains that we can find can't really be expanded on. And the place where they supposedly tried to build this tower had nothing to do with mountains. It was actually completely pointless building one there. There's no way you would get the rocks there. There's no way you would be able to get the tower to be tall enough for anything. So, however it happened that maybe lightning struck the tower, that's irrelevant. Because could have happened anyway, maybe. But the point is, why would God care? Because what are the chances of them actually succeeding? Very slim. You could be working for 10,000 years and you will not make a tower with what people are able to do back then. Pretty sure. So why the urgency? Also, why is it like really damn important to just knock it down? I mean, the idea, of course, is it goes against God, and so zealots of the time could be like, well, we don't want this tower to go against God, so we'll just knock it down and say it was an act of God. Because legitimately, if you built a tower up into the sky, guess what? Where are you going? Space. Who the fuck told them about space? Did God even tell people about Jupiter or any other planets? Does the God that have the ability to know all things would be like, well, if we don't stop them making the tower now, they might actually succeed? And I mean, are you even going to have enough oxygen once you get up there? Can you even get high enough with pretend that you were able to make the structure? Would you even be able to survive being that high up? At some point, you're going to crash. You're not going to be able to keep going higher because it just doesn't work. A person can't stand it. Even if you have people who can stand it, there's no point. So why would anyone believe that God tore down the Tower of Babel? And then they teach this stuff to kids. And we're talking about people who already have a history of understanding the planets and how there's space up there and how there's no freaking point to anyone going that high. So I have to ask you, why would he do it? Why would he destroy the Tower of Babel? Why would it be a story that's worth recognizing? I mean, it coincides supposedly with the brand new languages that made everyone absolutely random and weird. Because I'm not? What are you talking about? You know what? Keep her, I give up, because I'm not fighting for someone who doesn't care about my emotions. Oh yeah, this is Tails talking to me about the chick I've been seeing and I'm still with. But forget about that. He's nothing. Just basically are. That's just how it is. Similarly, nothing is the entire point of the Tower of Babel, is that, as they would say, people just decided to go and split their own ways and do their own thing. It could have been that the whole point of trying to go up to the heavens, and then people just said, you know what, we're just going to invent our own religions because this is stupid. And they just all separated and went off and did their own things. Because I'm not fighting for someone who doesn't care for my emotions. Your emotions are irrelevant. Someone who doesn't care about your emotions? Guess what? If you're in an argument, people aren't going to care about your emotions at the time. The point is to try to get them out of that emotional state by, being considerate, bribing them with the things that they enjoy, giving them a distraction like I did with my friend recently so that he was able to have company with someone who's fond and nice and lovely, so he stops being angry at me as much. And it worked. Help with friends can make a lot of things go better for you. This is a completely different turn than I expected. Anyway. Thanks for the hairbrush. I say unto you that there was no Tower of Babel of any consequence. God wouldn't care. He definitely didn't break it down. It was the first and last straw that made me totally feel like I don't need to care about this whole Bible stuff. Because why would I? When it has something as absolutely ridiculous as the Tower of Babel as one of its stories. If you want to talk about a flaming bush, guess what that means? Flame as a mirage or as a hallucination. Even if it's from God, it means that the whole idea of the flame with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego is that God could have simply said, no fire, make the flame look real, burn whatever you want that isn't Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and then you have miracle. Why is it the only time? And there have been other fires. God didn't intervene then. Why? Why wouldn't you do it? So many plot holes, so little time. This is just one of them. I'll go through the rest of it whenever the fuck I want. This has been a bit of the Bible.